Well, guys, last week I was about an hour south of here, chasing the smallies. Had a good, halfway decent day. They were up on the beds, starting to move up. So this weekend, it's Memorial Day weekend, so I decided to push about an hour north of there on one of my favorite smallie lakes. We're just getting launched here, and we're gonna see what's going on. I'm thinking they're probably starting to stage a little bit. The water temperature is 57.5 degrees, so they're probably moving up, but last night it got down to 30 degrees, so it's been really getting cool at night. And 2 days ago, I think the high was only in the 40s, so they should be pushing. The males are probably pushing up a little bit. I would suspect the females are staging, but we're gonna get out and give it a shot and see what happens. I just dropped down here in one of the spots where historically there's been a fair amount of activity, so stop here quick, check it out, see what's going on. We'll give you an update. Well, this is what typically happens, especially when you're rookies, just learning how to shoot videos. I thought the cameras were going, found this beauty, threw an Ed rig down there and smoked her. So nice fish, probably 19, good looking fish. All right, well, we're starting to figure it out already. Like that. Oh, look at that tank. That's a beauty there. Nice thick fish, healthy fish. That's a beauty. That's what we came here for. Nice big thick smallies. Love it. Got it on an Ed rig. We'll show you how that all works here. We'll walk you through the setup on that. All right. The other thing I wanted to talk about is really exciting from Casking now is they brought back the Mad Bite baits, and they've got some really cool products coming out. This is one of the first ones I have. It's really cool. It's a Ned rig jig kit, and if you want to get into Ned rig fishing, this is the way to do it. It comes with 48 pieces. You get different colored pieces. I'll pull this out and show you. It's just an awesome product. I mean, again, if you want to get into Ned fishing, this is the way to do it. You get some white, chartreuse, brown, black. I mean, it's really cool, and you get multiple weights. And again, it's 48 pieces of product in there. I'm going to read this off so I don't mess it up, but you get different sizes, 4 different sizes: 16th ounce, 8th ounce, 3/16, and 1/4 ounce. And they got ultra sharp hooks on them. We've been using them today and catching the tar out of the fish. So again, 48 pieces for, I believe, $26, $27. And they even offer it in the regular hook like this and a wide gap hook. Go check it out. Really cool bait. Casking.com, Mad Bite, up on the banner. You can put a number of things on this jig head and work it. You can put small crayfish on it, imitation crayfish, little bugs, little swim baits, all kinds of things on that bait. And where it really shines is in finesse situations. Like I said, we're on a super clear body of water. Works well on that. These are really good finesse baits. If you're like me, a power fisherman, or at least that's what I really prefer to do. And what I mean by that is I like to chuck and wind. That's just fun fishing for me. But when it slows down and you don't have fish chasing, this guy right here, the Ned rig, can really save the day. Light line, I really like to use braid. You can use the 8X or 13X braid. Probably 10 pound is probably the biggest I'd use. A lot of situations I use even 8 pound, and then I'll use a 6 or an 8 foot fluorocarbon leader on that. Again, super great for finesse fishing. You can throw it out. There's a million different things you can do with it, but the best way to do it is throw it out and really give it short hops on the bottom and let it sit. A lot of the times the fish will just pick it up and swim off with it. It's not a technique where you're going to do that rock solid, just come out of your shoes and stand on your toes hook set. A lot of times all you got to just lift and put pressure on, and that hook and the Ned rig jig will it'll hook itself or bury itself in the fish real nice. So, all right guys, we're going to get back at it. Well, we've been out here for probably 2 or 3 hours now. Like fishing always, you come with expectations and they change. So kind of figured the fish would be staging up more. The males are starting to make beds and the females are out cruising. So we pretty much just been getting them blind casting, some finesse plastics, a little jackhammer, one of the new ones with the clear blade. I've been throwing that on the Speed Demon Pro chatterbait rod, 12-pound test. I'm throwing a little bit lighter test line on this. On the regular jackhammers, I'll throw a 15-pound test, but this one's a little more. It's their new one with the clear blade. I don't know if you can see that. That one's a little bit new one with the clear blade. A little more finessey, so I'm using just a little bit lighter line with it. Caught a few fish on that. Didn't seem to be tracking too much on that. And again, they're out kind of cruising. The males are up starting to make their beds. The females are off, staged off a little bit, just kind of cruising around. So Zachary and I have been throwing around some kind of finesse moving baits. We're in water that's super clear. You can probably see down 20 feet. So not a real, you don't want to get too crazy with power stuff here and use a lot of natural colors. So we've been using this little swim bait. That's been catching a few. I just got that on a 1/4 ounce jig head with a vertical eye tie to keep that coming through the water, somewhat vertical. Plus it's rocky here and it kind of helps work through that a little bit as well. So we've been catching a few on that. Not even sure I want to show this one because yeah, it's a Ned rig, but there's probably a few people out there that won't be surprised. But this is kind of one of my magic colors on smallmouth. It's their, I call it bubble gum. I'm not sure what color they call it, but it's just one of their TRDs on a bubble gum. And instead of working this on the bottom, kind of what I do is if I see a cruising fish, I'll throw out in front of it, or if I see a piece of wood, I'll kind of assume there's one around there maybe starting to make a bed. And I almost let it get about halfway in the water column, and I just work it back slow and just kind of give it some little twitches. And a lot of times they'll come out and pop that. That I'm using on the older Speed Demon Pro spinning reel, the 3000 size. I like that because it's a little faster with a bigger spool. You can bring line up faster with it. And again, it's the 3000. This is the older one. I just got confirmation the other day I got 2 of the new ones coming in the mail, so I'm excited to give those a try. I'm using this on the new 13X braid from Cast King. Stuff's awesome. Casts like butter. And then I've got a 8-pound test fluorocarbon leader tied to it. So that's what we're up to. It's just a really fun time of year to catch a number of fish. So we're going to get back at it.